friends and family. This is SP News Nuggets, and today, you guys, we are going to be talking about Brianna Williams, the mother of Taylor Williams, and what's going on with her. I know you guys want to know. See the question? It says, where is she at? She not in the hospital, and she not in jail. You guys, so where is she at? So we're gonna be talking about what's going on. We got some updates for you. So make sure you enjoy the video, because these are the topics that we're going to be talking about this evening at 5 p.m. Central Time in the conversation room. Make sure you be in there with your boots on. Okay, here we go.
Taylor's mother, Brianna Williams, is no longer in the UF health system. She was taken there after an apparent overdose yesterday. She has been charged with child neglect and lying to police. Yesterday, sources told News4Jax Williams was flown to UF Health with what appeared to be an overdose. This is video of a person on a stretcher being brought into the hospital surrounded by security.
As you mentioned, we are learning that Brianna Williams is no longer in the hospital system here, but at last check, she was in serious condition, according to the sheriff last night. We are also learning that there is a first appearance scheduled for her later this afternoon here at the hospital. We are not seeing any unusual activity here this morning. We are not seeing a lot of JSO presence here as of the last few hours. This morning, Petty Officer Brianna Williams is facing charges in the disappearance of her 5-year-old daughter, Taylor. Williams is charged with child neglect and making false statements during an investigation. She was arrested and absentee booked Tuesday afternoon at the hospital. Several sources tell News4Jax she was flown to UF Health from NASJAX. Not long after police announced remains were found in Demopolis, Alabama during the search for her daughter. That is not far from Brianna Williams' hometown of Linden. A News4Jax crew at UF Health saw someone being led into the hospital on a stretcher, surrounded by several people, including 2 people wearing security shirts.
I think it's important to remember that we are nowhere near done in this investigation. So, while we've taken some steps today, we've got a lot of work left to do.
Brianna Williams is a petty officer first class working in the Tactical Operations Center at Naval Air Station Jacksonville. According to the Navy, she is still administratively assigned to her job as of Tuesday night. Records show Williams has been on active duty since 2012. Prior to being stationed in Jacksonville, she was at NAS Pensacola and Naval Station Norfolk. The sheriff says this investigation is far from over. He continues to stress that it is a very ongoing investigation.
As we reported earlier today, search teams uncovered the remains of a child in a wooded area in Alabama. And while indications are that this may be Taylor Williams, the exact identification of the victim will be made pending some detailed forensic analysis. Brianna Williams, the mother of Taylor Williams, has been arrested this evening on charges of child neglect and giving false information to investigators during the search for Taylor. The suspect has been absentee booked at a local hospital after being admitted today due to an apparent overdose of some sort. We will continue to investigate every lead, every aspect of this case. I think it's important to remember that we are nowhere near done in this investigation.
You just heard it there from Sheriff Mike Williams. Nowhere near done in this investigation. Good morning. I'm Keitha Nelson.
And I'm Lou Turner. So many huge developments yesterday. The alerts kept coming from the app. I'm telling you, just so many layers to this in the case of missing 5-year-old Taylor Williams. GSO says so many layers to this in the case of missing 5-year-old Taylor Williams. GSO says human remains found in Alabama could be those of little Taylor.
And back here in Jacksonville, Taylor's mother is in a medically induced coma this morning after an overdose. She's also facing charges connected to her daughter's disappearance.
So we do have live TV coverage for you this morning. We start with our Kaylee Tracy. She's in Demopolis, Alabama, where those remains were discovered.
Yeah, Lou, I'm standing right in front of that dirt road. It's pretty dark, obviously, here behind me. You can't see, but I do want to update you on what we're seeing out here this morning. The crime scene tape that we saw out here yesterday is down right now. There is still one JSO vehicle out here monitoring this scene, a secure scene here still this morning, and the command post set up by the local police department is still out here this morning, keeping an eye on things out here. Now, we're in the middle of Demopolis and out of Linden, Alabama. Linden's significant because it is the town Brianna Williams, again Taylor's mother, is from, and we're told some of her extended family still live. That is about 20 minutes from Demopolis. And now where we are now is off of County Road 44 and Highway 28, a very, very, very rural area, wooded area, not much cell service out here. To kind of give you an idea about things. Now yesterday, I believe we have some video, we saw several law enforcement agents and investigators out here strapping on boots, walking up this mudded hill here, just kind of gathering evidence, securing this scene out here. SBI, FBI, JSO, the local police department, all the law enforcement agencies, and as of around 6 p.m. yesterday, most of them had left this scene here. And now I do want to tell you that we talked with one of the extended family members of Brianna Williams last night and just check and see how they're doing, and she told me they're all praying for answers and understanding with everything that is going on. We also spoke with community members here in this very small town of Demopolis, Linden even smaller, Demopolis about 7,000 people, everyone here talking about it. We did talk to somebody who knows Brianna, says she grew up in the same area, wasn't that close to her, but said she never expected anything like this to happen. A lot of people never in this town said that they never expected anything like this to happen in their town. And I do want to tell you one other thing, speaking of the town here, the newspaper here that we told you about just a few days ago in 2010, that they had an article saying that Brianna was homecoming queen, valedictorian. Well, obviously, as you can imagine, that story a little different. The front page of the newspaper, online at least, now updated about these human remains out here and about Brianna Williams and the latest about her. I'm going to toss it back to you.
Good morning. Taylor's mother, Brianna Williams, is now here at UF Health in a medically induced coma after investigators say it appears she may have tried to take her own life yesterday. Investigators say they were on their way to arrest Brianna when they found her overdose on some sort of hill. Now, she was rushed here to UF Health from NAS Jax, where she works and where she's been staying since she first reported Taylor missing. And fellow staff members there at NAS Jax tell us there's been a lot of tension on base all week as everyone has been trying to figure out what happened to 5-year-old Taylor Williams. Now, even though Brianna is in serious condition, she is still under arrest for the felonies of child neglect and giving false information to investigators during the search. Her bond was set at $1 million. Now, we spoke with a man who was visiting his own family here at UF Health, and he told us that there is a big JSO presence inside, that security has been ramped up and certain hallways have been blocked off. Family members of Brianna are now telling us that Brianna had been hard to get in touch with in the months leading up to when she reported Taylor missing, and no one could have imagined that day would lead us here with what could be Taylor's remains found in the woods in a different state and her mother hospitalized after overdose. We'll talk about what Sheriff Mike Williams had to say about any other persons of interest they may be looking into here outside of UF Health.
That Brianna Williams was taken here after attempting to take her own life, and I have also heard that exact same information from close friends of Brianna. Those sources tell us that she was put into life-threatening condition, and a close friend of the family tells me that she is currently in ICU. And we also saw shortly after ambulances came in here, we saw a JSO crime scene unit pull up here in the emergency entrance. After that, we also saw one blood van and a medical examiner vehicle. We're unsure if those last two vehicles were related to Brianna Williams or not. The hospital can't confirm any additional details for us. We did speak also with a man.
Here we go.
Yesterday, and they're telling us that she's no longer listed in the system, which means she may have already been transferred to the jail.
But we also checked with the jail. She's not listed as being booked there either. Brianna's facing charges in connection with the disappearance of her daughter, Taylor Williams. Right now, investigators are working to positively identify the human remains found in rural Alabama that are believed to be that of the missing 5-year-old.
Okay, you guys, did you catch that? So Brianna is not in the hospital anymore, and she's not booked in jail either. And she's supposed to appear in court today. So where is she at? And what's really going on? Do the Navy have her? I don't know, you guys. We're going to chat about it in the live tonight, 5 p.m. Central Time. You guys, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.